Hey everybody, Vaughn here with the Vonster vlog, and welcome to another day of baby steps on our way to 10K a day. It's a very busy day in the craft studio, but we're fitting in a workout anyways, so if you hear some mechanical noises in the background, that's all that is. Be sure to have some water on hand, as well as I should have grabbed like a towel or something because I'm bringing it today. We're gonna be getting sweaty, even though it's cold outside still, even though it was like warm as summer yesterday, but anyways. You do not have to do these workouts in order. So as we get into these longer length workouts, it is perfectly okay to do a 50-minute here, the next day do a 20-minute, and the next day do a 45. Like, we have so many to choose from, so you can gauge. A big part of this was practicing, learning how to listen to our body and kind of gauge, you know, what we might feel up to. And don't be afraid to challenge yourself, but don't be afraid also to give yourself some space to just coast for a little bit when life gets busy the way that it does. So that being said, we're going to be starting off in our march, and you'll want to make sure to engage your core. This is the movement that we will be coming back to. If at any point in the workout you just need a minute, like you can, I like to march to just kind of keep things moving because it keeps me from quitting. If I stop, I'm like, well, I may as well sit down. But if I keep even if it's like a stagger of a march going, we're still going, and that's what counts. So we have, though, of course, if you need to sit down, sit down. But I have my Fitbit tracking to see how many steps we're getting today. We're gonna make our arms just a little bigger, exaggerate our march just a little more. Remembering to breathe, but if ever I'm doing a movement and it's just not a good fit for you today, that is perfectly okay. Just come back to your march, or modify as you feel. If you've been following along with me for this whole time, I think you've got the gist of it. And if you have any questions, I'm in the comments down below. You can leave a question and I'll get back to you. Okay, so from here, right off the bat, we're gonna be doing just some knee lifts just to stretch out everything, getting it warmed up. And this is kind of my check-in. I've got my clicking in my right hip. Oh, and as soon as I noticed it, oh, there it is. I was gonna say it chilled out for 3 reps there. Remembering to breathe, kind of spreading my awareness down in my toes, just checking in. And now, if you're ready, get your arms up overhead and bring your hand down to your knee. You can go nice and slow. You can dial up the tempo. Honor your pace. And we can bring this for our last couple of reps into a narrower stance, just to feel something different. And now let's come into a side step, and we can move this forward and back. Keep breathing, letting it warm up. I'm just kind of going over the comment section in my head, and just this morning I was replying to some folks, and it really warms my heart to read y'all's comments about, how much you're enjoying the baby step program. So thank you guys. Okay, we're gonna keep this step side step touch. Keep moving your feet as we are, and we're just gonna reach across. As our foot comes together, we bring our arm across, and I feel this really through like my lats and my back. So just be where you are. You don't have to be, gymnast level, going super into your deep movements. There we go. So now let's tap our toes to the front. I'm gonna try to stay in frame on this one. Did I just hear the cat? I don't know. Just letting my mind be at peace. So keep that toe tap out to the front going, and let's add in a lateral raise. You could be holding on to bottles of water here. We're gonna have to try doing workouts with just a little bit of resistance. But I like to add resistance from within personally. That way I can kind of flex my arm, engage everything. That does make it, there we go. Let's come back into our march. Let's get just a sip of water. Whew. I just saw somebody's house drive down the street with an oversized load car, but wow. I love looking at my window, house cat style. All right, let's keep that march going, make our arms nice and let's get the energy up, buzzsaw arms. Just nice and fast. Being sure to still be engaged through your core though. There we go. Let's bring that march out a little wider and come into a hamstring curl. This is it from the side. There we go. Past me, prior to taking my baby steps, would have been like, no, there's no way I'm fitting in a 50-minute workout. Are you kidding me? On shipping day? We have an employee who comes over. They're our good friend. They do it as a favor to us, but we pay them because they work too hard for us not to. But let's do a nice wide row. Layered with that hamstring curl. But I figured, if you want something to happen, you got to make it happen. All right, let's come in to a heel tap out to the front. Really getting that toe up there. Well, Hazy dog, my goodest of boys, let's turn that heated blanket on for you. Yeah. Keep marching, y'all. I gotta get there you go, big boy. Oh, it's so cold. We gotta get the heated blanket going for the dog. Let's keep this heel dig going, and we're just gonna reaching back with our elbows and down at like a diagonal, just timing so that almost like we're reaching for our toes, but keeping our back like completely straight. Pardon me. This is just rowing into a different part of my shoulders. There we go. So now from here, let us do a leg lift, alternating off to the sides, and just focus on your balance and your core strength. You do not have to be going fast, and you do not have to be taking this real high. Though, if you feel like giving it a try, I just want to see what my range of motion feels like this morning. I'm not forcing any personal records. I'm just feeling where I'm at. There we go. And now let's add in that low pullback. There we go. Keeping my foot flexed, so I'm really feeling it in the side of my leg. There we go. And you can speed it up just a touch if you want. Ooh, that makes it burn. There we go. Oh my goodness. All right. So from here, let us come into toe taps to the back. Just slow and steady, keeping it going. This probably isn't going to be a super high step day, but I just want to, in a day where everything else feels just a little frantic, to just be really feeling myself for a bit. Hey, don't chew your feet off, okay? You need them for later. So let's keep that tap back going and add in a bicep curl. coordinating the tapping back with the highest motion that our hands come to, the highest point rather. Yeah, I really feel like I could use some weights on this. I'm feeling ready to, when we finish the baby step program, let's go ahead and march. But when we do day 7 of the 60 minutes, we still have some weeks ahead of us, but when we complete that, Randy and I are picking up kind of privately. We'll still be doing like daily shorts and different things here on the Monster Vlog just to stay in touch with y'all and you document our adventures, I suppose. But we're going to be reinitiating our Train with Joan. We're starting back at week 1, and both starting on the same page and just doing following the Train with Joan while still aiming at getting 10,000 steps a day. So let's bring our arms into it. There we go. And so y'all are more than invited along with us on our journey just as we go, but I really want to build up our lean muscle mass because I'm hoping that it'll help regulate blood glucose spikes. So we're gonna march some more. Here, let's make it kind of dancing. Get your hips involved. If you want. Let's come now into a step together. We can bring that forward and back. Let's march in place. Breath arms up. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And you don't have to stick to the same count. Continue moving. Make your arms big and graceful for this last one. There we go. And let's come back into that step together with another nice wide row. And if you want, you can pull back, come up, down, front, back, up, down, front, and do like a goalpost arm. Really challenging for my brain to keep this crisp. There we go. We'll try that again some more later and I'll speak the steps with us each way. Okay, so now we're gonna come into just a step tap. And you can add a little bit more of a dip to it if you want. When our music is slower and if I feel like I have the energy and when I want to bring in some intensity, I like to make my movement deliberately slow and larger. So let's bring in some shoulder rolls with this. Going forward, up, back, down. There we go. Change direction. And it's so much of a challenge for my brain more than anything because it's layering different movements that I have not done together before. Is this new neural pathways? I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but we'll see. It's gotta be good for me, right? Marching forward and back. Get yourself some Wawa, y'all. Hydrate, so you don't dehydrate. Whew. Keep this march going with nice big arms through the movement. I'm coming for you. That's so creepy and weird. I don't know, I just kind of wanted to try sidestepping with our march. It's very strange. There we go, keep going. Okay, so right out the gate, we are going to be coming into knee ups. And we're gonna just start here for the first round, but then we're going to be adding in where you bring your elbow across towards your knee. You don't have to be there yet, but it doesn't have to be touching. We just wanna be engaging our core to try to bring those together. But it's not about how it's looking on the outside, it's about the effort that's happening on the inside. We want that to be deliberate and controlled. And so let's keep our arms up, and now we'll come across. Opposite elbow to knee. There we go. It's gonna be a huge personal victory for me because never have I ever in my life been able to get my knee to my elbow. Not even, you know, I hate to call being back in high school peak fitness days because I was not. Like, I could not run a mile. Like, that is not the body of an athlete. There we go. But even then, I didn't have the mobility for it. So one day, if I'm ever able to do that, that's gonna be a really big deal to me. All right, let's keep marching. Let's get our feet in under us. We're gonna come into a wide march, and let's stabilize our hands and elbows down by our waist with this weird little lower left body march going. And we're gonna add in a punch, come back, punch, come back. Punch, come back, punch, come back. You can do it slow, or you can do it as more of a jab. And now you can pick up the pace of your punching, and you can even time it with your feet. And again, I'm really engaging through my core here because I'm doing two separate movements with my upper body and lower body. So I'm stabilizing all through my core. Whew, there we go. Walking forward and back for just a moment. And let's come into a nice wide stance like before. Hamstring curls again. Oh, I like this song. Don't be afraid to make it more bouncy. All right, let's keep that hamstring curl going. Let's add crisscross arms, going wide, different hand on top each time. Keeping that hamstring curl going. Keep breathing, y'all. We got this. Okay. Oh, you're gonna love this. 4 times per side is what we're doing here. We're gonna start, well, we're gonna be building up to that. So we're gonna do where it pulls down, 2, 3, 4, come across, 1, 2, 3, 4. You could start where you just come over, down, over, down, over, down. But here we are, okay. All right, counting's real hard for me today. 1, 2, 3, 4, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 1, 2, Let's do 4 more on this last side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Hell yeah, we did that, you guys. Let's have another little bit of water. All right, keep that march going. Make those arms a little bigger. I love that doggy. Keep it marching, keep it going. All right, so from here, let's come back into the center of our area. We're gonna be doing a step out where we're actually shifting our weight fully to both feet. Let's see if we can keep that with the beat. If I do it too quickly, my rug shifts around. But yeah, let's just keep that step out going and add in some arm raises where they scoop through their full range of motion. Oh, okay, so we're starting in the middle and we step out and back into the middle. We step out and come back to the middle. There we go. And if you want to make this a bit more challenging, you can add in a little bit of a squat. Squat! Squat! Last one, here we go, and boom. Excellent. Let's keep now, instead of stepping out, we're just going to tap out. So we're keeping our weight grounded in the center, right below, center line of our body. So now let's add in those half jack arms. So half of a jumping jack. Same side leg as arm. And from here, if you want, you can go in double arms. Today was monumental for me. It was the first time that I've tried on my a really fancy Athletica or Athleta, whatever it's called, bra that I'd gotten years and years ago that I had outgrown. Well, it fits again, so that's fantastic. I still don't think I can do full-on jumping jacks, but oh, it's not as bad. Oh my God, you guys, we're doing jumping jacks. Okay, oh, I didn't hear it beep. Okay. That was amazing. March. Oh my God, and I didn't get a black eye or anything. That was awesome. That was really cool. Well, to me at least. Let's keep that marching along. Okay, make those arms nice and big. So we're fixing to do, in our next set of movements, we're gonna be starting in a squat, and then we're gonna be, when we come up, we're gonna be doing a side leg lift. This would be a great chance to go ahead and bring a chair or something, or get yourself where you can hold on to, a counter or just something to provide stability so that, if you need it. I'm stumbling all over my words today, y'all, but that's okay. That's all right. All right, so from here, we're gonna start. So if you wanna be holding on to something, and you could start with just quite a gentle squat, or you can be here with me with a slightly also gentle squat, but my feet are wider. So we're gonna come down, and when we come up, we're gonna lift that leg. So come down, up, and lift that leg. And I'm gonna rotate a bit so that you can see from the side. I'm doing just a little bit of down and leg lift up. And we're gonna keep this going for another 30-second round. Remembering to breathe and keep your core engaged. And so much of this for me is a practice in balancing my weight through my feet rapidly to get the leg lift up. And we're getting a little bit of a calf raise, at least the lower part of knee over toes kind of stuff. And there we go. We made it through. Okay, from here, let's march to get our feet in under us. And let's keep our upper body nice and good posture while we bring our heel up to our hand here in the front. You can have one arm out if you like. Let's keep this very controlled for the next couple. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if you want, let's make it wide with big flowy arms. I love this one. Last one. There we go. Let's march it out. Drink some water. Y'all be so proud of me. I drank a full 20 ounces before I even had my first coffee. Well, it was more like 16 ounces, but it's fine. It's close enough. It's better than none. Let's keep it going. Make those arms nice and big. So we're gonna do another little bit of that like brain teaser. In our next movement. So we're gonna do 2 skaters and then 2 knees up. So that's gonna be, I'll show you. So 2 full sets. So for the skater, we're gonna go 1, 2, 2, 2. Then knee up, knee up, knee up, knee up. And skater, skater, knee up, knee up. Keep going. So I guess we go skater, 2, 3, 4, knee, 2, 3, 4. Keep it going. Skater, 2, 3, 4, knee, 2, 3, 4. Skater, 2, 3, 4, knee, 2, 3, 4. Last round of each. And knee. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now we're gonna do that same thing. Go ahead and grab onto whatever you're holding on to keep your balance. But we are gonna come into a squat. Oh, sweet boy. Come on. A squat and a back leg lift. So this is gonna look like we're gonna squat down and lift back, and squat down and lift back. So just squatting down a little bit more. I'm doing quite a quadricep dominant squat here. So I want to kind of focus on my heels to just keep my glutes in it too. Like I want it to be a little bit more centered, but I'm still learning how to squat well. Excuse me. Oh, little man. Go on. Go on. Oh, what are we doing next? March. There we go. Okay. Oh man. I'm starting to feel like I'm gonna have to dig deep on this one. That's all right. Whenever I feel like my tank's running low, I don't wait for it to be empty. I go ahead and dig deep now. Let's keep that march going with nice big arms. Remembering to breathe. Just be in the moment. The seconds are ticking by regardless of how we perceive them. So, you know, whether you feel like your day is flying by or whether it's drudgery, like rolling by, or, you know, slow and sweet, whatever it is, those seconds are ticking by at the same rate. So we get to play a part in our perception of it. And especially, like I catch myself, let's go ahead and do a tap to the front. I catch myself being like, oh my God, this workout's taking forever. And I'm like, what would I do if I could literally slow down time to be this slow, as what it is during, a slow workout, but, and enjoy it instead of feeling stuck in it. And that's where I bring my breath in. That's where I try to make it a little more dancey. Let's make that bicep curl. So those seconds are taken away however we perceive them. So don't forget, you have some part in how you perceive it. And this is a reminder to myself, because I need to not forget that I could be watching the bird feeder. Hopefully I'm being helpful to some of y'all. I know it is a joy to get to keep y'all company, and I probably likely wouldn't be here doing this if it weren't for making these videos and getting to help y'all the way that you say that they do help. So thank you guys. Let's come into a step together. Sorry, I couldn't read my handwriting. Step together, and we can move it forward and back just because I love that. And whenever it's nice and slow like this, like for me at least, I don't know how y'all's day's going, but like kind of a positive visualization, let's add in a shoulder press. So just this is a great time to do it. A little bit of manifestation, just picturing, how this hard work's going to be paying off. I'm picturing myself happy and pain-free in my garden. I'm picturing myself dancing with my friends at our camp along. I'm picturing having the energy to be who I want to be and do the things that I want to do. So let's come back into that heel tap. I'm just getting my shoulders involved a little bit with that heel tap. It's kind of fun. And let's just keep that going. So let's bring it into a diagonal. Just tapping one heel in front of our other foot. This is really going to help build and challenge our balance. Let's march. Bring it forward and back, or around the doggy who needs to take his flea meds, which I think we might be all out of. So I need to go get more from the feed store. Other way. Oh, you're a goober, you know that. Okay, I can't remember if that was our first or second round of marching, so let's have some water. Whoo-wee. And that's perfect, because up next, y'all, we have where instead of squatting out to the side, we're going to be stepping on the diagonal and kind of lunging. So definitely hold on to something. Or just make this a nice small movement that's nice and controlled, stepping out almost like our V step, where we go out, in, it's that out, but we're leaning and then coming back. And just alternating that. Nice and slow and controlled and deliberate. We don't want to be going too far. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good in my knees, so for this next round, I'm going to come out nice and slow, and then control back up. We're just hands on my hips, focusing on our technique. Last one on each side. There we go. Now let's come into a step tap. Whenever you're ready, add in that reach across. And we can move this forward and back. If you want, you can add a little bit more of a dip in this next round. Just a few more. Now let's come to our march to get our feet in under us. And let's go ahead and come into a knee lift. I'm pointing and stretching my toes as I lift my knee up, just to do something different. Get the nice feeling of that. And now let's get our arms up nice and high. And let's come down and meet our knee. Making sure each time that we get those arms up, 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 nice and high. I have such a tendency to get lazy in keeping my arms up high. So that's why I'm bringing my attention to that today. Well, not get lazy, but it's the first thing that slacks whenever my concentration's all over the place when I'm doing multiple things at once. There we go. Let's march. Doing that forward and back. I've never on any of my journeys, for fitness at least, given myself this much time without pressure for results. Let's get nice big arms. I mean, like a scale and measurement results, which even then, like I've been getting results. I've had a few flare-ups where it's like, it feels like it's not enough, but that's all in here. Like that's not, I gotta work on that, you know? It's not, just because I feel that way doesn't mean that it's true. You know, that it's like, oh, I feel like I'm not doing enough. It's like, no, I am. I don't know. Trying to listen to my feelings, but also not be controlled by them. All right, let's come into our calf raises. So we're just gonna focus on the top half of our calf raises. So we're gonna flat feet on the ground and then up and then down. And I'm gonna see if I can keep up with the beat. It doesn't have to be the quarter note. You could go 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. Those are really hard. Let's do that then. 1, 2, 1, 2. So taking half time to go up and down. Ooh, I'm not nailing it, but I'm trying, and it's the trying that's important. Down, 2, 1, 2, down, 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, down, 2. They're burning, yo. They are burning, my calves are. 1, 2, down, 2. Woo! Well, there we are, y'all. There's our calf raises. Now let's come back to that heel tap. And I'm gonna alternate heel, heel, toe, toe, really pointing that toe. Just trying to get more blood flow going through my calves. So there's heel, heel, toe, toe, heel, heel, toe, toe. And keep our feet going like this. Let's add in our tricep extension. Toe, toe, heel, heel, toe, toe, heel, heel, toe, toe. Keeping the elbows high Oh, and I skipped my toes. That's okay. Just keep going, y'all. We got this. I'm falling to pieces. That's okay. Last one on the toes. There we go. Trying to say we keep our upper arm stationary. Ooh, there's the words. Okay, what are we doing next? Ooh, we're marching. Well, look at us go. I really like cutting it up with marches, I think. Ooh, water. Buzzsaw hands. Keep that march going. This is where I'm just digging into endurance and discipline. Because the lure of the pile of work that's waiting on me is starting to bear down upon me. It's like, hey, I'm still doing my work. There we go. All right. So now we're gonna have our right leg grounded. We're gonna kick to the front and then kick to the back. So left leg lead, right leg back. Kick, 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 kick. I think this music makes time go slow. Or I just really needed that other cup of coffee. All right, right leg lead, kick to the front, left leg back, keep going. This is where we call upon our mitochondria and say, be the powerhouse of my cells, and just keep on going to the workout. Why? Because we can, and that's awesome. Last one. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now we're gonna do wide knee ups. So out to that angle. Still clicking in my hip. That's the first time this has started since it clicked earlier. Mostly just saying for my own documentation's sake. Like, I also keep track of, I'll get like these flutterings in my eardrums sometimes. And it's rare enough that I just make note. So let's keep these wide knee ups coming, and let's bring that knee down, or our elbow down to our knee. But again, even if you can't get them to reach, keep your arms nice and high. There we go. All right, let's come into a side tap. And just let your arms swing. Just free and loose for this first round, and then we'll get on purpose about it. But yeah, just try to let them hang. Kind of loosey-goosey. Like, it feels so weird to just be deliberately limp-armed. And now let's get into that arm swing. Now here, I'm trying to, I am in control of how my arms are moving because I don't want to throw anything out, but I'm trying to keep that feeling of no tension. And I'm just a jellyfish. One more on each side. There we go. All right, from here, y'all, let's keep that step tap going. And when you're ready, reach over. Keep that reach over going, and if you want, add in more of a squat in the middle. There we go. Just a few more. Woo! Okay. So let's keep a wide march, and we're gonna reach across. Alternating arms, nice and slow and deliberate. So it's almost like half time. 2 steps with my feet per 1 for my arms. But working in split time like this, different timing up top as opposed to with my feet, really challenges my brain, and I think that's a worthwhile pursuit. Keep it going. Engaged through our core, controlled and deliberate in our movement. Last one on each side. Boom. We did it. That's awesome. All right, you guys. So I'm not certain how to do this. So I don't know what movement my notes is having me do. So we're gonna ground through our right leg and just step forward and back with our left leg. Then you can get your arms involved. And you can put a little bit more hip in it. March in place. We're going to ground through our left leg and step forward, step, back, step. Right leg lead, back, forward, back, forward. Keep going. Keep your lower body going, and let's bring our arms into it, maybe a little bit more hip. Whoop. I was trying to rotate and it threw me off. If you lose your footing, just come back into it. That's all right. So forward step, back step, forward step, back step. There we go, you guys. Oh, goodness gracious. We got to do fast feet, but we can do this. So we're going to just get our little feet going with a tap, tap, tap. And if you're able to kick it into overdrive, tap, 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 tap. Take those feet as fast as you can. And let's add in, if you want, some snake arms. And keep it going for 30 more seconds. Do whatever you want with your arms. It helps me take my mind off of my legs. Like, I'm aware, but I'm trying to not focus on how they're burning. We can keep going. Slow it down if you need to, and then come back in. We're gonna finish strong. Oh, woo, there we go. Okay, let's step together. I like to keep moving whenever I'm when I've given it my all. I don't want to stop. I want to keep moving, and that's going to bring everything. It's going to keep everything flowing. Focusing on my breath. Very good. Let's add in some breath arms. Welcome to our cool down. I'm going to continue with these slower, gentle movements until my heart rate and breath are back down to their usual rate. Let's come into a step tap. Now, I highly recommend doing an additional cool down, either with one of our Year of Yoga program, like a Year of Yoga segments, or Yes to Next have some really fantastic cool downs. We're gonna do a couple of stretches, but I mean, we're already all warm and muscles are ooey gooey. We may as well do some mobility work. Let's march and add in our breath arms. And from here, I'm going to ground my feet and leaning over, right hand on left wrist, leaning to the right. We're just getting a nice stretch to that side body. Inhale back up, wiggling my fingers at the top and exhaling, left hand on right wrist, leaning to the left. And if this isn't quite deep enough for you, bringing one foot forward and kind of like my back foot's angled, that's my right foot, and I'm leaning over. But I try to do the same thing on each side. There we are. Let's place our right heel on the ground. Inhale, exhale, pulling forward. Stretching through that calf, hamstring, hip. Inhaling up to a flat back. And exhaling back down. And being careful to not put weight on my knees. And come on back up. Let's inhale, planting our left heel. Exhale, folding over that left leg. Toes going towards the sky to really get into that calf and hamstring. Inhale up to a flat back. Exhale, folding forward for round 2. And let's bring both of our feet flat, still in this bent forward position. If you can, hold onto your shoulders and just let your head and shoulders hang. Now you can place our hands on our upper thigh and come into some cat-cow. Inhaling, curling the tip of our head and the tip of our tailbone to the sky. Exhaling, arching your back. And roll on up. Let's roll those shoulders up and back. Let's change direction. And let's do leaning our neck, leaning our head to one side, stretch through our neck. Words are so hard. I'm so glad this is the last thing I'm recording today. I can't word for the life of me. Oh, stretching to the other side. And y'all, we did it. Another day down of our baby steps. This one was quite a challenge for me, but we freaking did it. Ooh, let's see how many steps we got. I got 4,208. That is pretty cool. So, I'm tired. I'll see y'all in the outro, y'all. Hey guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me in today's video. That was, wow, what a workout. Like, I had a really good time. Like, there were parts of it that I felt like my mental state was not its best, but that's the whole point of practicing weeding my mental garden, is to be able to spot and be like, that's not the mindset that we're nurturing here, Vaughn. And so I can just like hopefully weed them out and keep myself mentally on track of where I feel like I'd like to be. And that's such a tricky part, because there can be so many external factors that make me feel like, well, that they don't make me feel, I let them make me feel that I'm not progressing fast enough, or that I don't look how I ought to, or that I'm not doing good enough, or this, that, or the other. And it's something I have to ask myself is, for who? And I'll have like a little crazy person conversation with myself and be like, okay, so you're not losing weight fast enough. For who? And I have to be able to give myself a really good answer for it to hold any water at all. And so, because it's like, for me, and if that doesn't feel like the right answer, because it's not, it's like, I want to give myself, truly, I want to give myself all the time that I need to do this, because that's the rest of my life, is how I'm going to be showing up for myself, is my goal. As much as I'm able to, I want to be able to keep the best mindset that I can for the duration of the rest of my life, so that I'm best able to handle what the world throws at me, and so I can best enjoy what life dishes out, or just to be able to make the best of it. So it's, and what made me think of this the other day, you guys, is this was before the ground was frozen and all of that. And, we were still dumping bags of leaves from the recycling center to our chickens. And every day I go out there to my chicken coop and I scrape all of the compost and leaves and straw and everything they're supposed to be working on breaking down back into a pile. And every day they kick it all over their freaking coop. And I'm like, isn't there like a story about somebody like scooping ashes in hell or something? And it's just like endlessly digging a hole that fills. But really, it's my mindset. I'm enjoying getting to see the sunrise and hear the morning birds and just neighborhood noises. And it's like mindset can really make the difference between playing with my chickens and being in, a hole that I have to keep shoveling out that just refills. So it's mindset. It's tricky business, but it's worth figuring out. And it's extra tricky because I think each of us are different. So talking about mindsets while we're doing this physical work on ourselves and being patient and showing up, this is also a great opportunity to get to know ourselves a little better and to try to build in our minds what we're working towards, because whether we end up there or not, it helps us figure out what the next step to take is in that general direction. So today's question of the day is down below in a pinned comment. I would love to hear from y'all on your answers to that, on how many steps you got today, on how you're feeling, just your whole everything. I'm just curious. I'm getting to make some of the best friends that I think I might ever have down in the comment section of these videos. So thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. So until then, keep on keeping on. Mwah. Bye.